very warm welcome in the course of numerical methods. We are in the module of interpolation, and I think after the previous classes we have now a strong idea on interpolation. Also, we have discussed in the previous lectures that what are the situations we are going to face, and depending on that the decision we are going to make that which interpolation will be used in which cases. It is not only distributed into equispaced and unequispaced data, it is also distributed that if it is equispaced data also, then at which point we are trying to find out the value of that particular situation. If it is close to the uppermost positions, then we have already used Newton's forward interpolation formula, and if that particular thing is closer to the lowermost points, then we are going to use Newton's backward interpolation formula, which is the topic of today's class. So already we have the concept of forward difference operator, and we know that it is del fx is equal to f of x plus h minus fx. And also according to the definition of backward difference operator, we know that it is nothing but f of x minus h. And I think all of we can recall when we have constructed the forward difference table and backward difference table. There we have observed two very important things, that corresponding to the given values of x and y, and if it is denoted in general like this, where we are taking n plus 1 values. In case of del y forward difference operator, the first one is denoted at del y0, then del y1, and it will go up to del y n minus 1. The same information and the same expression, only in the notation of backward difference operator. We know that it was denoted as del y1 and backward this y2 and so on, and it will go up to yn. In the next case, if we can recall that for the second order forward difference, it will start from del to y0 and it will go up to del to yn minus 2, and in the same expression, same values, just only from the notational point of view, that is backward difference operator, we are going to denote it as y2, y3, and it will go up to yn. So when we are writing it as del yn y0, in the similar position we are writing it as yn. So already in the last class we got this particular idea that we are going to use y0, del y0, del y1, del 2 y0 and up to del n y0 in the forward difference formula, in Newton's forward interpolation formula. Here we are going to see that now we are going to emphasize in the same table but of different values, and these are nothing but this part where we are actually going to emphasize, rather we are going to use this one, this one, this one and so on up to this one in the interpolating polynomial, where in comparison we have already used this one this one and so on up to this one in the Newton's forward interpolation formula. So now we are going to introduce Newton's backward interpolation formula, where you will see that how these particular informations are used in that formula, and after that we will see some problem. So here we are writing the interpolating polynomial as nx, which will be equal to fxn. We know that fxn is nothing but yn plus u by 1 factorial backward difference operator first order on fxn, then plus u into u plus 1 by factorial 2 second order backward difference operator on fxn plus u into u plus 1 into u plus 2 by factorial 3 third order backward difference operator on fxn, plus in this similar manner we will reach to the last term of this particular form, that is u into u plus 1 into u plus 2 up to u plus n minus 1 divided by factorial n nth order backward difference operator operated on fxn, where very important thing for all of us, that is what is the expression of u. If you can recall the expression of u in the Newton's forward interpolation formula, it was x minus x0 by h, but here it is x minus xn by h, because here whatever the thing we are using in the lower part of the table, so it is x minus xn by h. So don't get confused by the same expression of u, same notation basically of u, but the expression of u in the Newton's backward interpolation formula is different from the Newton's forward interpolation formula, and similarly obviously the nx will also be changed. I just want to emphasize on one segment here, that is, if you have the question that after getting the table if it is given and you are trying to find out the value at x which is also given, then obviously you can start the problem by taking u is equal to x given minus xn by h, where h is known to you, that is the spacing of our independent variables. Xg is given to you, xn is also in the table, so you will get some finite value over there, and accordingly this finite value will be substituted in this formula. So fxn backward difference operator operated on fxn, backward difference operator operated twice on fxn, every values are known to us, u is also known to us in a finite form, so we will get ultimately a finite value over there. But I just want to emphasize on second part of this problem, that is, what is about the interpolating polynomial. So if we are not using u as a finite value, we are using just u as x minus xn by h, you can see that h is known, xn is known, but x will be kept as x it was. So u plus 1, u plus 2, all will be in terms of x. So after putting these in this interpolating polynomial, we are going to get nx as a polynomial of x, which is nothing but the interpolating polynomial for those data set generated with the help of backward interpolation formula. And after getting that interpolating polynomial, obviously you can put x equal to xg over here to get the finite value. So both the things we have to practice for getting the idea clear. Now, for example, we can take the example what we have taken in the previous problem, that is Newton's forward interpolation formula, or we can take a new formula or new problem. In both the cases, our job is to express it in terms of this backward difference table, though the table will be same, just the notations will be different, and then we are going to find out the thing which is asked. So suppose I am having one table like this, x, y, 40, 50, 60, 70, and in y, suppose we are getting 52, 88, 109 and 123. So if we now generate the backward difference operator only, then the thing will be same, 88 minus 52, that is 36, then 109 minus 88, so it will be 21, and 123 minus 109, it will be 14. Then yes, we can write it in this form also, del square, but as we are now only thinking for backward difference operator, so we can write it like this also. So here also we can write it like this. The expression will be 21 minus 36, that is minus 15, and 14 minus 21, that is minus 7, and after that you are going to get it as 8, and the notation will be this one, or also you can write it as this one. But importantly, this is my y0, sorry, this is my yn, this is my backward difference operator del yn, and then it is my second order, and this is my third order. And you can see here yn is nothing but y0, y1, y2, y3. So obviously we will get it as substituted as y3. So suppose we have the question to find out the value at x equal to 65. Please look at this. X equal to 65 is very close to the lowermost point, and that is why we are deciding that we are going to use Newton's backward interpolation formula. First of all, we are now going to find out u, and u is equal to x minus xn by h. So here x is my 65, xn is 70, and h is 10. So what we are getting? Minus 5 by 10, that is minus 1 by 2, that is minus 0.5. So now Newton's backward interpolation formula gives us y at x equal to 65 is equal to yn plus u into backward difference operator yn by factorial 1, I am not writing it, then u into u plus 1 by factorial 2 yn, and we can go up to third order, so u into u plus 1 into u plus 2 by factorial 3, third order backward difference operator of yn, and here obviously we can write it as changing it by y3, so we can write it y3, we can write it y3, as well as we can write it y3. So in the next line, now the job is very simple. We just have to put the values from the given table, and u is already calculated. So minus 0.5 into 14 plus minus 0.5 into minus 0.5 plus 1, that is only 0.5, by factorial 2 means 2, into minus 7, then plus minus 0.5, then 0.5, and then 1.5 by 6, and then finally we got the value as 8. So obviously after simplification we will get the value, and the value what we are going to get, it is 116.375. So this is the value what we are actually asked for, that find out the value of y at x equal to 65. Obviously we have used Newton's backward interpolation formula, and look at this, we got some consistency that 116.375 is within this 109 and 123, and up to the structure what is exhibited by this unknown function is here, that it is an increasing function. So 109 and 123, it is speculated that the value will be within them, but what will be the pattern, it is 110 or 122, that is not possible for us to identify just by looking at this, where Newton's backward interpolation formula helps us a lot to find out this result. So though I have exhibited the problem where I have calculated the value of u as a finite one, and after that I have calculated the value of nxg directly, but I have a request to all of you that please solve the same problem while you are trying to find out the interpolating polynomial from this particular data set, and then after finding out this interpolating polynomial, put x equal to 65 in that interpolating polynomial and check whether you are approaching to 116 or not, near about. So this is the whole scheme for Newton's backward interpolating formula. So obviously we have to practice a lot of problems, and we must go through these references to have a clear concept more on this particular method. So this is a very sample problem, you have to do it, but not only this. Finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.